morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, I am a young senior citizen entrepreneur with a passion for making a difference in the lives of families and especially senior citizens. Do I have your permission to share a true story with you about a force to reckon with? There once lived a phenomenal woman in the Newtown community of Cordele, Georgia, widely respected, highly blessed, and deeply loved by all. She was known as a force to reckon with. But one day, at the age of 93, she found herself in a difficult situation. She fell and couldn't get up. Living alone without any electronic monitoring devices or a reachable landline, she laid in pain for several hours. But in that moment of despair, she did what she knew best. She called on Jesus. That's when something incredible happened. A force beyond explanation took over and help arrived when she didn't expect it. Her youngest daughter, Vesta, who lived about 3 miles away, encountered difficulty in reaching her home due to obstacles beyond her control. In that case, obstacles were physical barriers such as road infrastructure and stalled train on railroad crossing streets. Fortunately, Vesta arrived at the Forest Record home in the nick of time to get her transported to the local hospital. After 3 days and nights of medical observation, the social worker and the attending physician discharged a force to reckon with to a rehabilitation facility 30 miles away from her home. Understandably, many individuals may not have the determination and the perseverance that a force to reckon with had. For many people, rehabilitation can be a long and difficult process. It requires a strong support system, both from medical professionals, loved ones, and an unwavering determination to improve. Tolerance can vary greatly from person to person and is influenced by a variety of factors such as age, overall health, and previous injuries. For example, someone who is older or has a chronic condition may have lower tolerance due to weaker muscles and joints. The body's ability to tolerate therapeutic exercises is an important factor in determining the success of a rehabilitation program. Tolerance refers to the level of discomfort or pain a person experiences during exercise and how well they can complete the exercise without adverse effects. Because of her advanced age and her positive disposition, medical staff at the rehabilitation facility found a force to reckon with, delightful to work with. She experienced a speedy recovery within 2 weeks. That experience made me realize the importance of being prepared for emergencies, especially for seniors like Mother. That's why I am now on a mission to encourage electronic monitoring devices and support systems for elderly citizens who lives in their own homes. This fall incident also inspired the family to take aggressive action to hire an individual to perform personal service for a force to reckon with, ensuring that her safety and well-being was constantly monitored. The fall incident was just a prelude to what the family would experience and provide caregiving support to a force to reckon with over the next 8 years of her life. As the world population ages, the demand for caregivers continues to rise. Caregivers provide essential support and assistance to individuals who are unable to care for themselves due to age, illness, or disability. This can be a challenging yet rewarding profession that requires a unique set of skills and qualities. Throughout her life, a force to reckon with, also known as Mrs. Beal, encountered many challenges and obstacles. However, she never let those obstacles stop her from pursuing her dreams and helping those in need. She understood the true value of knowledge and determination and strove to instill those qualities in others. A force to reckon with possessed great wisdom and humor, two qualities that, when combined, created a powerful impact on our lives. While wisdom is often associated with seriousness and deep knowledge, Humor is usually linked to laughter and lightheartedness. However, the combination of these two seemingly opposite traits led to an enriching experience for assigned community nurse assistants, sitters, and family caregivers. A force to reckon with also displays strong spiritual traits and great faith. Often, the concept of spirituality and faith, two closely related topics, are often misunderstood and misinterpreted. Spirituality refers to a journey towards self discovery and inner peace. It is not necessarily tied to any specific religion or belief system, but rather focuses on personal growth and development. People who embark on a spiritual journey seek a deeper understanding of themselves, their purpose in life, and their connection to something beyond the physical world. With the current state of affairs in the world, it is very easy to get caught up in negativity and lose hope. Sometimes it can feel like everything is falling apart and there is no light at the end of the tunnel. In these trying times, it is important to remember that we are all part of a bigger plan, one that is guided by a higher power. A force to reckon with daily demonstrated that her life was guided by a higher power. 2 years after the infamous fall, the Holy Spirit intervened and anointed me to become her primary caregiver for the rest of her life on earth. One may ask, how do I know that I was the appointed primary caregiver? Details will be provided later, another event. But I asked the question, have you ever been driving and missed an intended exit from a major interstate highway? If that happened today, your GPS would immediately start to recalculate your route until you reach your desired destination. My life took a major detour after a missed interstate highway exit, and the Holy Spirit guided me on a different path, becoming an anointed caregiver. This is not the end of the story of a force to reckon with. The Holy Spirit intervened again during COVID-19 epidemic and led me to perform a welfare check on one of a force to reckon with super senior friends, Mother Lucille Shazer, who was at that time 107 years old. While sitting on Mother Shazer's front porch one afternoon, the topic of our conversation was, who did we know in common? I mentioned a force to reckon with best friend, Lucille Harborough Dixon. Mother Shazer informed me that Lucille Dixon was her cousin and referred to her by her nickname, Horn. I became excited because as I shared with Mother Shazer that I had written a book about my mother, and its title was Luella Campbell Beal, A Force to Reckon With. Mother Shazer perked up, then asked to see a copy of the book when I mentioned that a photo of Aunt Lucille Horn Dixon was in the book. Mother Shazer, in response, said, I want to see the book. I immediately drove to a Force to Reckon With home where I resided and brought back a copy of the book to Mother Shazer. She proceeded to inform me that it was through Aunt Lucille Dixon that she first met the Beal family more than 80 years ago, and a force to reckon with, whom she called by her given name, Luella, became her friend. I was intrigued as Mother Shazer scanned through the book and recognized several photos displayed therein. Observing her interest in the book, I asked her if she wanted me to write her life story. Mother Shazer responded, what would you say about me? I answered her with a smile, a whole lot. By providence and the leading of the Holy Spirit, I became Mother Shazer's primary caregiver during her 108th year of life. She was living alone, and a visiting social worker recommended that she reside in a nursing home or assisted living community. Mother Shazer adamantly refused to become a resident in a nursing home. Therefore, she chose to reside with me and my oldest brother in a Force to Reckon With home during her last 6 months on earth. She celebrated her last Christmas holidays and her 109th birthday in a Force to Reckon With home. She also transitioned from earth to heaven in a force to reckon with earthly bedroom. Nonetheless, before she transitioned from earth, I wrote and published her abbreviated life story in the book, How to Live Well Past 100 Years. So, our mission is to ensure that no super senior citizen, especially our mothers, have to endure such a situation alone. If you are a loved one can benefit from life saving electronic devices, I urge you to take action today. Together, let's ensure that no one has to suffer alone like Mother did. Visit our website, ML Consulting, LLC.com, or our email, mlbillconsultantllc@gmail.com. So I just want to thank you and thank Sherelle for allowing me to share with you this story of a force to reckon with. And I lead with my CAT, and my CAT is my acronym for a call to action. Honor the elderly with loving care and affection at all times, and especially during their golden years. It's been my pleasure